Technical difficulties.
Rough start.
Oh, it is that one. That's my bad. That's on me. That's my bad.
We just listen to it.
Premiumbeat.com.
And we're back.
We are back after about a week. I think it was like a week that we were gone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a good one. Today, we have probably the most long-awaited episode in BK history. We have Jake Rueschhoff on the pod.
How we doing? Honored to be here. Honored to be here. Where'd you guys get that little beat to start it?
It was just here.
It was already plugged in.
Just a little.
Yeah, we didn't make that.
Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and get started here. Like we said, Jake Rueschhoff, long awaited.
Yep.
I've had a lot of messages. People are ready for your stories. We've been hyping you up, man.
A lot of messages. How many? Like 5?
A lot of pressure in this interview.
We're going to start off real light, nice and easy.
All
All right, you're from Omaha, Nebraska.
Yep.
Okay. There we go. Anyways, you're from Omaha, Nebraska, born and raised, lived here pretty much your whole life, right?
Right.
Just go and kind of dive into that a little bit. Went to Millard North along with Nikki Nice from earlier episode. Kind of how was that for you? You know, playing basketball. You were a little bit smaller growing up, right?
Yeah.
As well. Yeah.
Middle school was super small. I grew above 5 foot. I think start of 8th grade. I done above 5. Yeah, I was super.
That
small.
was me too. That
Yeah.
was me too.
Then my freshman year, I was probably 5'7". Played on the JV team, and before I got to Millard North, they were not a basketball school. Like when I was in middle school, they were
Straight
winning.
football, right?
Straight football. Like they'd win 5, 6, 7, 8 games a year.
For basketball?
Yeah, they'd been to the state tournament 8 times in school history. I think that they only won like 3 games.
Do they have any like notable like football players?
I mean,
Or were they just solid?
back in? I mean, Eric Crouch.
I would say
obviously,
Eric Crouch went there.
You went to
He won the
Oh,
Heisman, but that was way before me.
yeah, never mind. I saw
He's
that.
he's the dude in
he's
the lobby,
Yeah.
right when you walk in. There's like an
remember
Eric Crouch like jersey and like trophy.
He coached football here for a little bit, for a couple years.
Italy?
Yeah, he was like a position coach.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, and his kid, I don't know if his kid's still here, but he was like, your guys is great.
It was either his kid or his
No, it was
like
his
nephew.
kid.
It was his kid.
He was the kicker.
I remember that. Yeah, he was
Oh,
not.
I
He was
do
not a good
remember-
kicker.
Yeah, I do
remember
Not
that.
good.
I think he was
Yeah.
JV kicker.
But that other guy they had, what was the other kicker's name? He was tough.
yeah,
I don't remember his
one
name
from
now.
out
the Hispanic kid.
Yeah, he was from Mexico, I
He
think.
was so good.
Gosh, that's gonna bother me. I know his name. Can't think of
Yeah, I
it.
can't think of it either.
But
Anyways, did you play at like OSA growing up or what?
yeah, OSA. First, I played for a team called Premier.
I mean, everyone had one of those.
And it was a bunch of kids from like North, South Omaha. I don't know if you know Call a Rope. Remember that name? He was pretty good. Played a prep. But yeah, I played Premier, OSA, played OSA in the summer. AU. My last AU, I actually hurt my back, so I didn't play, which is unfortunate. But
Yeah. And then so you get into, varsity level Millard North. Who was on that team your like sophomore, junior, senior year?
so my sophomore year.
Go and list off your names here. Who you got?
Sophomore year, Nick Farini was a junior. Carter Larson was a senior. You guys probably wouldn't know them. Nick played at Wayne State in Omaha.
Okay.
He was the all-time leading scorer before
Oh,
Hunter and
okay.
Saint rolled around. I think he still has like the most three-pointers in a game. But sophomore year, I think we had a winning record, like 13-10 maybe. Junior year was kind of a disappointment. I think we went like 12-12. And our senior year, we were preseason second in the state. Hunter Salas was a sophomore. Jason Green was a freshman, started for us. Max Morrell was a junior. Then one of my buddies, senior, he started too. And we go to Lincoln Southwest first game, and we lose.
Bang.
It was
That's what you want right there.
yeah, it was unfortunate. And And then honestly, we started 7-7
Wow.
my senior year, and we knew we were better than that.
Yeah. Wow.
And then going into the district tournament, we won 9 games in a row by an average of 25 points. So we were rolling. Rolling.
Wow.
And then district final, we go to West Side, and I don't think West Side lost a home game that year, so we knew it was gonna be tough. And we lost on a buzzer beater.
Oh.
So
Yeah, I was gonna ask if there was state there because I couldn't remember.
So yeah, I never made the state tournament. We lost on that buzzer beater. So pretty much story that game was a battle. Probably my best high school game, which was, it was cool. It was my last high school game. Obviously, I wanted to win.
Yeah, I was about to say cool until the final buzzer.
It was I played the whole game, literally the whole game. It was tied up with 11, 12 seconds left. We inbound the ball, and obviously it was like, let's just get it to Hunter. But they were denying him hard, and I kind of just like panicked, drove, kicked it out to Brett Porter, grew up playing with him. He drives to the hole, finishes a layup. I look up at the clock, there's .4. I'm like, we're doing a state tournament.
They can't get a shot
You
off.
can't get a
Reasonable shot.
I know, we're doing a state tournament. First time in however many years, whatever. They put time back on the clock, 1.6. And then we get out of the huddle.
What a second.
A kid taps my shoulder. He goes, I got you. I'm like, what? Whatever. So I sit on the bench.
Wow.
I play the whole game.
Senior gets pulled.
We're all like locked in arms, like,
Wow.
like this is it. So
For what? What's
run,
the purpose of that?
I don't know. He was tall. They wanted length on the ball.
I
guess, yeah.
Keeping the senior though. What?
I know. It was. So then they throw it to half court. They do the typical
Valpo.
Throw it to half court. One of our guys goes. He catches it, throws it. It was like a slow bounce pass. The dude travels when he catches the ball.
That's even sicker. That's even worse. I mean, 1.6 didn't run out.
And so it was one of those iPads, the store, and it lagged. I've run those at like AU tournaments.
I had one of them for a college game.
Yeah,
or a high school
the scoreboard's
to go
sick.
to state.
The scoreboard's sick, but like I've done those at like AU tournaments, like late in the game. Like I could tell like
They have that at UBT.
It has a lag.
Sometimes, yeah.
So maybe they started it right away, but it didn't start right away because it took. If you watch the play, it takes longer than it's over 2 seconds.
Yeah.
But then he shoots it.
Wow.
It hits the backboard, rolls around the rim, hits the backboard, rolls around the rim again, drops.
And you're sitting there just.
And I mean, just
it may have been 5 seconds, but it probably felt like 30.
It was insane.
Like 10 minutes.
I mean, that ball was just on there. But I get home, I'm like crying in the living room, whatever, just heartbroken. Yeah. Sports Center's on. Oh. You know the bald dude? Was it Scott Van Pelt or whatever? Mm-hmm. All of a sudden, I just hear West Side, and I looked up, and they're showing the number 1 play, and they show the play.
Oh man.
Yeah. Next day on.
we're gonna in edit. We might put that play up. So
that's probably not gonna happen, but you never know.
It could.
This is a great segue. Another great game from you.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was doing.
Great segue here. Do you remember Ryan Miller?
Yeah.
At Grandview, your junior year.
Oh.
Was that our? So we had Oak Hill Christian twice here, but then that was our next game after that, right? If I remember right.
I think
it was our third game.
I thought it was after Dakota State.
It was.
It might have been after that. Anyways,
like our fourth. Or
it's Halloween. It's a Sunday, by the way.
Yep.
October 31st. We show up to Grandview, Iowa, right near Bo Sandquist's hometown.
Yeah.
So he's ready to go off.
Yeah.
We're all excited. He's got a lot of family there.
Connor also has family there. I think that was Connor's hometown.
Connor also had some family there, right? We got varsity playing first, then JV game to follow.
Which is hilarious, by the way.
That was weird.
I don't know why they did that, but
it was awesome.
Yeah, the fellas, they're actually playing their first games at Grandview on Halloween, I think.
Yeah. That was our first real JV game. Yeah. But so anyways, we're on the way there. Tyler Sandoval, our starting big at the time, forgot his shoes, right? So that's how that starts.
He texts me.
Yeah.
He goes, bro, ... I go, what? He goes, definitely forgot my shoes, bro.
He's 6'9" and wears like a size 17 shoe. How do you forget 2 giant shoes? Like they don't even fit in his bag. He has to carry them.
That's crazy.
Like, how are you not aware? Like, shoes, come on. Like, jersey, maybe I could see, but, like, shoes?
Yeah.
And he's not like an 11 he could share with someone. No. He's a 17 or 18 or something.
Well, remember we, like, stopped?
Yeah, and like, he got, like, tennis shoes to warm up in because Connor knew somebody. They were just tennis shoes.
Yeah. And then I think his girlfriend at the time, like,
brought him.
She showed up.
Her and, like, his parents,
Yeah.
But, anyways, we'll go back to the game. You have quite a game there. You and Ryan Miller go back and forth. Double overtime game?
Double overtime.
Double overtime game.
That was easy. Yeah, the best game I ever played. I wish we won. It was
another great game from Rue. A little bit lower stakes than that West Side game, but
well, yeah, and I think
so. You had 39, right?
35.
Oh, he had 39.
He had 41.
Oh, 41. Okay,
but not to whatever. I scored 19 in a row.
Yep. In between the fourth quarter late in the second half and then overtime. Yep, that was split over those two.
The first overtime I had like all 9 or 10.
You had all of them.
I think Bo either fouled out late fourth quarter or in that first overtime, but whenever he fouled out, I don't think we got one more stop. Yeah, like we didn't get a stop.
And meanwhile, I think Bo had like 25 too. Yeah. He had like 20 something.
Yeah, Bo had like a quiet 25.
Yeah,
I feel like.
Well, I mean, everything's quiet. Like for some context, this is probably the loudest 35 I've like ever seen in my life. Yeah. It's like 35 footers.
Yeah, so Rue's got the loudest 35. Ryan Miller's got the second loudest 41. Yeah. I mean, it's literally just back and forth for 15 minutes of like actual game time. It was like one-on-one, but they weren't guarding each other, and so it was just back and forth.
The reason I think it felt like that is because I maybe had like 2 layups.
Yeah,
like I wasn't attacking the rack.
Oh yeah, like it was straight threes and pull ups and like spin fades.
Weird, just everything
buckets.
Was falling. It was weird, but yeah, Ryan Miller, he was attacking the rack, hitting and ones.
I mean,
he was quick.
I mean, he probably had like 12 free throws though.
Yeah,
that was probably the like worst part. He was getting them like James Harden. Rue was getting them like Jamal Crawford. Yeah. Like
I think I had.
It's a great comparison.
I probably shot 3 or 4. I don't even know if I shot. I never shot free throws. I didn't.
Rarely.
I didn't drive.
Like 90% free throw shooter never gets to the line.
You drove to get 2 feet.
Yeah, I was probably gonna catch it.
Stick and spray from the G-Pack logo.
Exactly.
Get to that G-Pack and kick it.
Come to a 2-foot stop.
One thing I did want to get to in that. So that was our first loss that year, and one thing I remember after that is our film session afterwards. Now, like we're freshmen, we don't really know like what to expect. This was probably our first like real like game film session because the other ones were like just good plays that we made from blowing teams out by 40.
Yeah.
So I remember the whole day after that, Monday morning. I just remember L and like all these vets going like, "Man, y'all don't want to see like Coach Really's gonna have like a 2-hour film session." Yeah. I'm like, bro, like shut the fuck up. Like, no, he's not. No. Stop it.
Yeah.
And I remember like seeing Coach Drake while shooting around that day, and he's just angry.
Yeah. I mean,
lo and behold,
because what was the final of that game? Like 110 to
101 to 94 is what I think it ended up being.
Really?
I think if I remember right, it was 101. It might have been 96. 101, 94, 96, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're not thinking that. Mind you, the women's Midland team played at Nebraska Lincoln that night.
Did they?
And I was going to go to that game. I ended up going still, but I was a little late because we had filmed from like 3 to 5:30.
Yeah.
It was so long.
It's funny because I don't remember that film session
and all we watched was the second half. We watched 2.5 hours of the second half.
Yeah.
There was not one first half clip.
Yeah.
I mean, they probably shot 80% in the second half, but
I think it was my freshman or sophomore year. We go to Jamestown and we just get waxed.
I mean,
and I think we watched the first half and then 5 minutes of the second half, and it probably took 3 hours. Yeah. And it was just like, you know how Coach Cam did that rewind button. Like he
loves that thing.
He keeps rewinding it, and Coach Drake but
it's the best when you're like getting cooked on it. Not like me, obviously, because I'm never on there. But when someone's getting cooked on a play, and he just keeps like, he's like a DJ. He's like rewinding it.
No,
some dude's just getting cooked like 5 times.
Yeah. Like, and they're just like, what is this? Straight line drive.
They're almost just making fun of you. Coach Cam's just,
I know. I have to get to this. This wasn't even on our list to talk about, but you brought up Jamestown. And this last year, at home against Jamestown. Wow, what a game that was. You remember that game?
I do.
trying to think.
It's at home. You guys are up.
Oh.
You guys are up like 4 with like. You're up 3 with like no time left.
Winter break or?
No, I remember.
Winter break.
So, I mean,
What a phenomenal game.
we're up 3. This game was in the hundreds too. It's like 100.
Yeah. Well, you guys were up like 20 at halftime.
Yeah,
Almost turned it off.
We're up 3. I don't know if they did foul on a shot or layup or what.
Yeah, shot.
But it was gosh, can't think of his name. Will Tortoise. He's at the line. He makes the first. I see him look at his coach and go, "Should I miss it? Should I miss it?" And sure enough, he missed it. They get to go board, put it back.
Mm-hmm.
We go to overtime. And then you guys, you remember that play I had? Probably the worst play. Yeah.
I wouldn't say play.
No, but it gets better though because so you throw the pass, right, and it hit the backboard.
So pretty much, we get to overtime,
Uh-huh.
and now I think we're down 1 or 2.
Y'all are down 1 or 2 for sure. Yeah.
And it's like 12.
It's 1. Y'all are down 1.
Yeah.
Y'all are down 1.
It's like
yep.
I don't know if they're inbounding at the sideline, whatever it was, but we did a trap, we did a steal, I get the ball.
Someone was under the rim.
Yeah, and I
Jake
remember
Orr.
honestly I kind of panicked. I didn't look up at the clock. Like I just got to rush, And I saw Orr kind of cutting, and I jumped, and as soon as I jumped, their guy, like, he would have stole it.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I just kind of just like threw it.
Yeah, you got to try to get it somewhere. You're already in the air.
And it drills the backboard.
Right? So it goes all the way back to half court.
Yeah.
They get it. They go get a layup, probably 4 or 5 seconds.
So stupid.
They did go up.
It puts them up 3, right?
And then
they inbound it. Derek catches it, foot on the line, knocks it down.
Yeah.
My favorite part, BT. They're like trying to decide if the bucket counts or not. BT's jumping up and down.
Count it.
And we're like, yo, even if it counts, you guys lost.
Yeah.
Why are you celebrating?
Because I remember, I took it out and I threw like a sidearm like hook pass.
I didn't know who took it out.
And it, like, when I throw it like that, it like curved. And if it wouldn't have curved, he might have been able to shoot a 3. But
Yeah, it just went a little too long.
yeah,
And it's like you didn't have any time anyways.
No.
I don't know if you had a timeout or not
No, we
because we
didn't.
didn't call it.
'cause
But
there was like 2 or 3 seconds.
no, yeah,
left,
there
and I
wasn't. No, yeah, you just got it out. But he makes it. It might have been late. It might not have been. Either way, the game was over.
Yeah.
And just BT jumping up and down, like telling him to count it, had me
I'm
rolling.
pretty sure that's saved on my memories in Snapchat. It's just BT.
I probably rewatched that 10 times, just laughing.
He's funny, but he's a clown too.
Well, that brings us.
Should we just get to it?
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get to it. This is the founding reason for our team name or our podcast name. Right? You think Team BK? You think Baxter Colbin? No. That's not Team BK. And we got the guy on here to tell that story. We're gonna be quiet over here. This is all you.
Okay.
Start wherever you want. Finish the
We've done
story.
this a million times.
Yeah.
One of the best stories we've ever heard.
So, I mean, obviously, not many of the viewers probably know Coach Drake. But
You'd be surprised.
Yeah.
Actually, probably about at least 80% at this point.
That's true. He how do I explain it? He'd get very emotional. Okay, like sometimes
Sweating through all his clothes during games.
shaking in games. Like, his mannerisms were really funny and good coach. Just but so junior year, your guys' freshman year, we get off to a hot start. We're like 14-4.
Yep. Christmas break.
And
Just beat Briarcliff.
yeah, at Briarcliff. So we're off to a hot start, and then we lose 4 in a row, and then we're going to play at Dort, and Dort's a tough place to play, probably one of the toughest in the GPAC.
On a Saturday, too, so everyone's there.
Yeah. And I think it was a pretty good game. Like, we were in it. Like, we didn't really get blown out. They probably pulled away a little bit at the end, maybe. But it was a winnable game.
Yeah, it was like 8 to 12 the whole game.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah. And so we lose that game, so now we've lost 5 in a row. And obviously, I mean, you don't want to lose 5 in a row in basketball. That's 2.5, 3 weeks of just losing. Yeah. It's hard to. So anyway, practice starts. and we're going through our warm-up drills, you know. And I remember, like, usually coach was like, high fives, like, here we go, positive. None of that today.
Not saying a word.
Not saying a word.
None of the coaches. I mean, Connor, Cam, they're all just
not saying a word. So, and we were always like, what are we going to do today? You know, like, we're all freaking out. Like, what are we going to do? We can do one-on-one.
yeah, this looks bad.
Yeah. So we get done with our warm-up, whatever, and Coach Rick goes, all right, tip it up, 3-minute game. And we're like, all right.
3-minute game.
All right, here we go.
We have a 2-hour practice of 3-minute games in our mind right now.
Yeah, dude. So, yeah, 3-minute game. We tip it up. It's starters versus whoever. It's on second group. Me and Baxter usually dart each other. So they win the tip. Baxter gets it.
It was first play, wasn't it?
First play.
Okay, I thought so.
First play. Baxter kind of goes to the left wing, left slot. They set a ball screen. And, I mean, if you know, like, we harped on getting over those ball screens, right?
Okay, but also right before practice, it might have been like the Friday before that Dort game. Coach Drake had been talking about getting baseline when those ball screens came on the left wing like that. He'd been talking about ripping and getting baseline a lot lately.
Yeah. So anyway, they set a ball screen. I don't get over it. Okay, Baxter goes right into the middle of the lane, shoots like a little floater, makes it. And it's like, okay, whatever. Down 2-0. Obviously, I got to get over that. Like, I know that. I'm bringing the ball up the court. I bring it across half court, into the 3-point line. Tweet. He blows his whistle. He does.
My favorite part, he let you bring the ball up the court.
Yeah. Yeah. So he blows his whistle. I'm like, he goes, bring it back. Everyone go back to where you bring it back. So we did back to where we were, and he goes, Baxter, what'd you have to do there? What'd you do, Baxter? I just drove, and Rue, can't get over that ball screen? Can't get over it? I mean, Baxter came off so tight. I mean, he just came off so tight. Couldn't get over that ball screen. And I'm just like, I guess he's right. And then he looks at Lawrence, our fifth-year senior. Hey, Lawrence, you're on pace to be a 5-time non-conference tournament maker. Think about that. He goes, Bo, 4-time. Manny, 4-time. Sam, more fouls than rebounds. Again. And then you want to go showtime dunk, miss it, 4-point swing. I mean, when is enough enough? He goes, does anyone know Burger King's slogan? And I remember thinking, like,
We were all, what?
What is he talking about?
like as soon as
Where did this go?
as soon as he said that, like, I'm looking around the court, like, is everyone like
Is this serious?
in as much shock as me? Like, what? So obviously nobody knows, or maybe people knew, but I had no idea.
I had no idea either. This was before the at the. That was before that song came out.
Way before, yeah. And then so Noah, Noah, he kind of slowly raises his hand. Coach Rick, Noah goes, have it your way. Coach Rick goes, have it your way. Here, you need shoes? Take them. You want pizza after the game? Take it. Have it your way. Guys want to go straight to the right hand? Here. He goes, I mean, us coaches, we just give and give and give, and you guys just take. He goes, you know what? Put the balls away. Go home. And we're all like, holding the ball like, what you mean? He goes, no, go home. I'm serious. Go home. So we went home.
We put the balls up. They like lock them, put them in the locker room.
Yep.
So a couple guys go and grab their own ball, start getting shots up.
Yeah.
Me and Rue go to the calf. We go get dinner.
Yeah, we did.
It's 6:15. We're gonna go get food. He told us to go home. I mean,
yeah.
This is what I remember, because obviously, like, everyone there is in shock. Like, no one knows.
Yeah.
No one knows, like, what just happened. And I remember some guys like go play like 3-on-3. Like they get a ball, they want to get something in because I feel like some of them were scared that he's still kind of lurking up there, and he's like watching to see who's going to say. Me, I'm just like, I'm not really trying to play, so I'm just shoot free throws for like 15 minutes, leave. You guys are still and then I leave, go to the calf. Everyone's still there. There's like 8 people just chopping it up at the calf. I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah, dude, that was wild. That was a wild time. I don't even remember like who we played nets or how our nets practice was or anything, but I'll never forget that.
It's kind of like that was like the monumental like point in that year.
Yeah.
It's like you don't know what happened right before or right after. It was just that.
Yeah.
That's where you think we turned the season around and like won out and like made the tournament and like no, we lost 5 more games and then finished the year with 2 wins to be 16-14.
Yep. 14-4, lost 10 in a row, finished with 2 wins. We won at Morningside though.
Yeah. Rylar, by the way, without Bo.
Wow.
Without Bo.
Rylar had what?
31 or 29, something like that.
25 in the first half.
Yeah. Sam Malu hitting some middies.
Yep.
Shout out Sam.
Shout out Sam.
We know you're watching this one.
Yeah, he definitely is.